So the external validations of your self-worth is not necessary, and you will not have happiness if you rely on those things. Tired of the constant rush, and you felt like some things have to change. Today, I want to share with you something super personal. It's how I simplified my life and quit 10 things that are keeping me stuck, overwhelmed, and honestly exhausted. If you're feeling burnt out or just tired of the constant rush, keep watching, because these changes are what helped me to live embraced minimalism and better self-care. Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm your life coach, and I'm here to empower you and find your inner strength for better living. Let's dive in. I've got my notes here so that I don't miss out, and make sure you have your pen and paper ready to take them down, because it's very essential to quit these things, which they have helped me a lot. Now, number one is when we're busy with life, that we focus on taking things into ourselves, on our back. Responsibilities, goals, burdens, memories, everything is an add-on, don't you feel? But living with so much that we carry on our back, don't you feel tired? Don't you feel that it's time to declutter? We tend to take too much in that we forgot we need to declutter. That is why there are many people suffering from stress, anxieties, overthinking, and we tend to go even into mental struggle. So we need to focus on taking things away more than taking more in. So we need to live with less clutter, no matter if it's physical, mental, and in the digital areas. That we need to clear away all these things that are not serving us. So first thing first is to declutter. And to start with decluttering, number one is we tend to overthink. So the first thing I declutter or quit from doing is overthinking. There is a studies in the year 2000s by Peter Skillmans, that they put kindy children, MBA students, and CEOs in a challenge to build a tower, the tallest tower to build within 18 minutes, with 20 pieces of spaghetti, a yard of tape, a yard of string, and a standard marshmallow. And guess what? 18 minutes later, who won challenge with the tallest tower ever built? It was the kindergarten children. Now, study says that why did the two other groups struggle to finish the challenge or even build the tallest tower? It is because the two other groups has come across life so much that they battle between themselves. They debate more on who is the leader, who will follow the instructions, who do what in this challenge. And at the end of the day, they lost all the time to build the tallest tower. But the children did not have this struggle. The children went straight into experiment and hands-on work. So this challenge tells us that clarity comes from taking action. I say that again. Make sure you write this down. Clarity comes from taking action. So if you ever wanted to do something for your goal, to progress towards your goal, but you're always waiting for the right time, and you're always waiting for your confidence to build up. You're always waiting for yourself to be ready. You're thinking, I'm not good enough yet. I'm not ready yet. The only thing you can do is to take actions. Doing will bring more clarity on where you will be along with the process, with the trial and error, the failure, the setbacks, then you will learn what you are lack of, what you need. But just by thinking of moving and dreaming and overthinking of your goals and not moving forward, not taking actions, that will set you back from living life, getting to your goals. And if you do take actions, that will increase your opportunity to experience the lucky moment. If you don't move forward and walk the path, you'll never know how you'll get lucky, because you're standing still and the world cannot help you if you always stand still and just think and overthink. Less thinking, more actions will help you live life. Moving on, the next thing is stop focusing on things that is out of your control. For example, if you rely on others' validations, others' approval of you to be able to feel confidence, to be able to feel achieved, to be able to feel upgraded, lifted, then you are dragged by your reliance. Then if you do that, you will be having struggle to move forward, because others' words meant too much for you that will bring you down easily. If you focus on things that is not in your control and you let others have a string over your neck, that will drag your feet from living life. So the external validations of your self-worth is not necessary, and you will not have happiness if you rely on those things. You should have control of your own self-worth. You should have discovered what you need in life instead of reliant on others' approval of what you do, because that will not bring you happiness. Happiness comes from within, that you will find joy when you walk your own path without looking over your shoulders or waiting for others, because sometimes the others might not bring you approval, might not bring you good words or the result that you want. You will feel more empowered when things are in your control. So live in your own terms, not others. Blaming others is easy, but taking responsibility is harder. Let go of the things that is not in your control and start focusing on things that you have control, and take responsibility and walk your path. Moving on, one of the most important things that matters to me and my loved ones is stop making your health a side hustle for you. You know, the simplest thing to think about is your body is your temple. And when your temple is crushing down, you will not be able to do anything else that you desire in life, anything else that you wish for in life. Let's say you are unwell and you wish to travel the world and see places and go there with your loved ones. You are not able to achieve that, because you're not even well enough to get out of your door, and your dreams and goals are not even in the list of your wishes anymore if you're unwell. So make time for yourself. Exercise daily. That is a no-go basis. Every day, at least start small. Start with 10 to 15 minutes of a warm-up and 10 minutes of a high-intensity workout. And all you need is 20 to 30 minutes and you will finish the whole thing every day. And how long does that take you? 30 minutes in 24 hours? That's nothing. Be good to yourself and your body. Your body needs to loosen all the clutter inside you, the baggage that you're holding. Work out, exercise on daily basis. When you are healthy, you've got lots of hopes and dreams that you can work towards and go for. But when you are sick, the only purpose and goal you have is to get well again. Do not go to regret and deal with illness and before it's too late, that when illness comes rushing, you have no other choice but to lay there and watch yourself deteriorate and not able to live life with joy and happiness. And next, following with your health, the most essential thing is you have to quit sleeping late, because that will highly affect how your body will function, because when you're sleeping, it is in recovery mode. Recovery as in the muscles need to rest, the brain needs to rest, but your organs start processing a detox function. And if you don't rest early and long enough, everything in the system will mess up. So you won't be able to detox well. Your brain, your body will not be able to rest well because the sleep cycles are messed up. So sleeping late is a big no-no for your body. Make time, block time, have a good routine that you sleep early enough that you have 8 hours sleep for yourself every day. The best caffeine for your body is not coffee or tea. The best caffeine is sufficient rest. How many of you felt that whenever you sleep late, no matter how many coffee or tea that you take during the day to keep yourself up, you feel crap? I do. I know today's life, we're so distracted with digital world, with our mobiles and our tablets, but we have to have discipline. If we want to live life happily, some of the things had to go, and we have to live with discipline. Without that, we will not move forward easily towards our goal and happiness. The next thing you need to know is quit playing small. Are you the one that, I'll just try a little bit of this. If it doesn't work, at least I can still come back. If you have that kind of mentality, you will take much longer route and harder route to be able to get to where you are or where you want to be. Stop playing small. Go all in. Be bold, be brave. Go all in. If you don't go all in, you will never know if you are suited for it. If you never know that if it's right for you. It's just like you in a relationship, that if you're not able to open up and be yourself and love fully, love with your full heart, then your partner will not be able to know you deep down inside. And you will not be able to connect and bond properly. If you fear, if you play it small, that I won't give so much, of course you protect yourself. But then if you do that, your partner might be running away before he or she could even know you enough. Certain things, you have to be bold and be brave. Now, next thing I do quit in life is stop being around people or places that brings negative energy. This also includes even if families that is not bringing you good energy. You have to distance or separate yourself from that environment. If you have friends that are mostly bringing you down with negative energy, or if you have friends that are constantly giving you criticisms that make you feel terrible, workplace, bosses and your colleagues that is not serving you well in the environment, you probably need to think about changing your environment. It's just as easy as if you're constantly living in that energy which is negative or it's bringing you down, 9 times out of 10 you will be affected. Absolutely. How would you live life happily if you are constantly in that environment? So think about your environment. If it's not serving you, you have to start thinking about changing your environment or distancing yourself from the friends that is really not your friends. And if it's family that you cannot cut your ties from, then you separate yourself from the environment, but you can visit or have gatherings once in a while, but you don't have to live together in the same environment to feel terrible every day. If it pulls you down If it's not aligned, then you have to think about distancing or separations, because elevations requires separation. And moving on, the next thing is quit comparing yourself to others. Whatever that you've seen online on the reels, people seems like they're living their best life, but is it really so when they turn off the camera? When you've seen all that people living their luxurious, amazing best life on the digital world, does it make you feel you're jealous, or does it make you feel like it's too good to be true? If that's the case, that's not serving you. And why not get curious on what do people do that they are successful? If you've seen that, try to find inspiration instead of jealousy from what you've seen. Try and model success on what you see. See what they do that they're so successful that they got where they want to be, and learn from it. Get inspiration from it. And the more you learn, the more you get insights, and you get to take actions following those steps. Maybe you will build a momentum that will work for you to move towards your goal. So quit comparing yourself with others, but learn from those that is successful, that have achieved something. Get curious on what are the things that they do. Discipline, consistency, anything that you can learn. Pick it up and put it in your actions and momentum, then you might get closer to your goals. And the next thing is you have to quit being busy. And what do I mean by that? Is when you're busy, does it mean you're productive? You gotta stop confusing being busy versus being productive. And like I shared before, you might have a long, big to-do list for your life. But then, have you ticked off any boxes? Or have you been hustling, juggling so much, but you have ticked none of the boxes off? If that's the case, that also means that you're so busy, you're constantly burnt out, but you're not productive. Stop being busy, focus on being productive. And what is serving you in being productive is to be focused. And when you have movement towards your goal, there will be progress. If you're busy but there is no progress, it means you're not focused enough on what you need to do and what is essential. So prioritize. Also, working and resting is also an important matter that you need to look into. If you're constantly burnt out, does it mean that you are working too much and not resting? And if you do that, your body will not be able to cope. And the next day, you'll be more tired and you won't be able to focus and be productive. So work and rest are a team partner. They are equally as important for you to find balance. If you work a lot and not rest, you will burn out. But if you rest a lot more than you work, you will have no movement or progress towards your goal. So you can't complete tasks by just resting. So work and rest needs to have the both balance. And last but not least, our final point is quit living a cluttered life. What does that mean is when you have too many choices and too much to decide every day, your brain will fog up with too many decisions to make and it will be very, very exhausting. For example, the lesser decisions you make every day, you think clearer, you have more clarity. Just like people that are successful, like Steve Jobs, they wear the same shirt, same color shirt every day. They probably have 10, 20s of those because they do not need to spend time going through their closet and think about how do they want to look today or tomorrow. They look the same when they turn up at work every day, and they're more focused on being productive on their job or their task or the company. That is how successful people function. So The lesser to decide the non-essential, the better. You will be clearer on your goals instead of the things around you that is making you distracted. And you do get more done when you have to make less decisions, because cluttered in life is just blocking you in the way of you moving forward quickly and you living life in a minimalism's way. Happiness is found in the process. And clarity doesn't come from waiting. Confidence don't turn up overnight either. Take actions, move. Doing is what you need to move towards your goal and happiness. Create your path by walking it, by doing, and by learning. The pain of feeling stuck is worse than the pain of failure. So start before you're ready. Quit all those things that I mentioned and build your momentum. And before you know it, overwhelming will start to feel manageable, and the impossible will start to become achievable. And make sure you put inside the chat what other things that you quit in life, that you minimalize things and start living happily and have better self-care. Make sure you share it in the chat and hit like button if you have enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you have not, and welcome to our channel, and I'll see you next week on our videos.